Hello guys, it's your girl here Blaze, and yes, I'm still blazing out. Alright. Because we didn't lose. Alright? We didn't lose. We went to the Etihad and we were able to get a draw. We got a point. That's something. Even though I sincerely would have loved for us to win that game, but unfortunately, Pep Guardiola is still the best, right? He's the master tactician, and I'm really happy that Arteta was able to hold this one as well. All right. I mean, unlike before, history was not backing us. History was not in our favor. These people give us 4-0, 3-0, 5-1, anyhow. But thankfully, that's no more. We ain't going to see that no more. Not with Ateta, not with Edu. That ain't going to happen no more. So I'm happy for the growth. For me, I see it as a growth. I mean, in a season, we are taking 4 points off Manchester City. Come on. A round of applause to Arteta, King Arteta. Well done. A round of applause to him. Come on. That ain't easy. That's no small feat. And mind you, since 2022, no team has been able to come to the Etihad without conceding a goal, at least a goal. What does that tell you? Since 2022, that's 3 years. They've not been able they've not been able to go a game without scoring. We did that. So it's a win for me. 4 points off Manchester City, that's a win for me. I'm happy that we didn't lose, even though we didn't win, but we didn't lose. So kudos to those boys, right? Kudos to them. And then Saliba winning the man of the match tells you how solid we were in that game. Defensively solid. I have people coming to my DM and telling me that Aliyah, so your people came to Etihad to defend after all the match. That is not us packing the bus, yeah? They tell me we packed the bus. That is no packing of bus. We didn't pack any bus. Alright? We're just sensible. We're cautious. I mean, we're playing Manchester City. They still remain the best team in the world. I mean, they have the trophy to show for it, right? They are still the best league the best club in the world. So we have to give them that respect, all right? And then again, our attack was not completely fit. Saka obviously wasn't fit. I was so pissed. I wanted him off as at 50, 60 minutes because he was not in the game. And then they realized that the guy wasn't fit enough, and then they just overshadowed him. Once he has the ball, you see 4-3 players on him. Nice one from what's his name? From Guardiola. I see how whenever at the beginning of the game, whenever Odegaard has the ball, he's got about 3-4 players crowding him out, trying to block him because they feel and they know that he's our only source of creativity. The moment you're able to cage him out, cage him in, you're good to go. You get to win the game. That is what I expected us to do on Odegaard and Bernardo Silva. Those two people are their creative outlets. But then again, they've got Foden, Foden is also a creative outlet. Alright? But at least if you're able to cage those two, Foden wouldn't get much to do. I expected us to do that, but I think Arteta had other plans in his heart. All I'm interested in is we didn't lose. We left that place with a point. That says something. And then we stopped them from scoring. That's another thing. That's a feat, alright? Kudos to my boys. Tell them, they deserve it, alright? They do deserve it. I mean, it's not easy. It's not. And then again, it's a beautiful thing that Arsenal is the only team that after the minutes 90, we've not conceded, I think. As long as it gets to 90, we've not let in any goal, but we've been able to score 8 goals after 90 minutes. That's another round of applause for them boys. That's a good one. Which goes to show that defensively we are good, very good. And then attack-wise, we were fluent. I feel like the Martinelli, Havertz, Saka front three is the best for us yet. Gabriel Jesus, with all his brilliance, is not the striker for us. I'm sorry. I mean, if you do all the good works and you end up sabotaging yourself, it makes no sense. When you play against a team like Manchester City, when you have half chance, you take it. He had about 2 clear chances that he could have at least worried the keeper, but he decided to play dribble and go all Brazilian on us. That doesn't get to work for us. Doesn't get to work against Manchester City. When you have any opportunity, you take a shot, try. And then the chance Trossard got. You ought to have squared that ball. You ought to have squared it. Own goal can come out of it. A shot on target can come out of it. Instead, he chose to be selfish about it. Well, it's all good. I'm not going to blame the players, not today. I'm just happy that we were able to get 4 points off Manchester City. For me, that's a trophy. Give us our trophy. All right? So, the midfield, I'm not going to lie. They won us there. Bernardo Silva is such an intelligent player. They've got brilliance in that team. Guardiola is a very, very bad manager. Guardiola is a brilliant, brilliant manager. Oh my God. I loved what he did, okay? He brought in Kovacic, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva to hold that midfield. So practically he was playing the front two of Haaland and Foden just to block that midfield and win us in that battle, because he knows that with the absence of Martinelli, the midfield will get to do the work for us, because our attack will be a bit sluggish because Gabriel Jesus has no pace. Doesn't have the pace of Martinelli. So he wanted to block the midfield to stop our flow. And that is why whenever Odegaard had the ball, he had about 3-4 players on him, because they know he's our creative outlet. So that's a wise one from Guardiola. With the mindset that in the second half, when we tire out, he brings in his wings, Doku and Grealish. But thankfully, we were up for it. And it's no wonder that a defender won the man of the match. He wanted us to, get tired in the first half, having controlled the midfield from us. And then second half, he brings in pace to finish us off. But thank God for God. God said, no. Martinelli came in and, come on, Arteta, what's up with you, man? What's up? Why have Martinelli play right wing? I really would have wanted Martinelli to go to his left wing. I mean, we need him. We need that pace. Especially with the absence of Walker and, what's his name, Akonji. He had Rico Lewis there. Place him there. Then move Trossard back to the right wing. I really wanted him to do that. He should have done that, actually. He should have. But it's all good. I'm going to take my 1 point. I'm going to take the draw and I'd run away with it. It's all good. I'm happy. I'm just happy that we limited them, guys. We limited them. They had very few shots on target. I think as at 60 minutes, we had one apiece. One shot on target each. You don't get to do that to Manchester City, especially at the Etihad. Come on, guys. Another round of applause to the boys. Well done, guys. Well done. Gabriel Jesus, with all of his brilliance, is not the striker we need. I know that Arteta knows that we need to get someone prolific. Now, I'm not looking for the Haaland profile kind of striker. I want somebody who is good on the ball, but also very prolific. I don't want to mention names yet. We're going to talk about that in another segment. For now, I just want to focus on this game. But Gabriel Jesus is not the player for us, not the striker for us. Give him a free role. Give him the number 10 role. That's the supporting striker role. He's going to be brilliant there. But for him to lead the line, or for him to play on that left wing, no. Right wing is a bit bearable. I really think that Saka should have come off at 60 minutes, move Gabriel Jesus to the right, and bring in Trossard to play left, or bring in Martinelli to play left, depending on how many minutes you feel like Martinelli can afford to give to us. That is what I would have wanted, honestly. Well, it's all good. I'm going to take it. Yes, there's still the midfield. But second half, Jorginho actually woke up. He tried a little to control the midfield, but by then it was already too late. We were both too cautious. Nobody should come and tell me that we passed the bus. We did not pass the bus, so we played cautious football. Same thing applies to Manchester City. They were scared of us. It was obvious. They were not themselves. They were not their confident self. Before, when they want to play like this, you will see them. In fact, almost like before you start the game, you've lost the game already. They come out with such air of arrogance and confidence. I didn't see that yesterday. I did not. Their fans try so hard to, make the place lively to, I didn't hear my fans. I don't know if you guys heard. I didn't hear. I didn't hear horse, because their own fans were trying so hard to turn it into another Anfield. But that still didn't work. We limited their chances. They didn't enjoy themselves. They were not happy with how the game went and they were not happy how it ended. So kudos to the boys. I'm taking my draw and I'm moving away. Alright, for player ratings, there's nothing really much to talk about because I'm not gonna lie, the game was a bit boring. True that. I mean, unlike before where you have free-flowing attack against in a game like Arsenal and Manchester City. Before, you know what I'm saying. We used to have free-flowing football because we both play attacking kind of football, but not today, not yesterday rather. We didn't do that. We didn't do it because we were both worried. We were both trying to be too careful, and then it made the ball a bit boring. But it's all good. I take that anytime, any day. Right? So for player rating, I think I'm just going to just sweep through because there's nothing really much to talk about. David Raya was a bit shaky, but thankfully he didn't cause us any harm. I'm going to give David Raya 7 because he didn't really have much to do. Then for our right back, Ben White. Ben White is actually a brilliant player. He turned up. I think if I'm going to say 2 or 3 players that I think turned up yesterday, I'm going to give it to our captain Odegaard. I'm going to give it to Ben White, and then I'm going to give it to Saliba. Also, Gabriel Magalhaes, he turned up, he tried. Kiwa was too shaky. He should have come off earlier than he did. So, I'm going to give Ben White, I'm going to give him 8. I think he tried. Yeah, I'll give him 8. Then for our defense, William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, I think I'm going to give William Saliba 8. I'll give him 8. Yeah, William Saliba 8. He's the man of the match anyways. But I think I'm also going to give Gabriel 8 as well because he tried. I'll give him a 7.5. But I think because it's just turned the season around. He's just a better player now. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Then for our left wing, Kiwa struggled. He didn't have the best of games. I'm just going to give him a 7. I don't want to go into how he almost cost us, but I'll just give him a 7. A 7. Then for the midfield, Declan Rice. I can't blame him. That midfield was choked up, right? It wasn't himself per se. No, he didn't enjoy his game like he normally would. I'm just going to give him a 7. I'm going to give Jorginho a 7 as well because he didn't turn up. They both didn't turn up. They were caged to some extent. They didn't have the space they needed. They didn't have the space they needed to play. And then for Odegaard, our captain fantastic, I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Amazing player. That guy leads with his heart. He is our captain. It might not be the vociferous kind of captain, but he leads by example on the pitch. So 8 for captain fantastic. Then for our attack, Gabriel Jesus, I'm going to give him a 7 because he's brilliant, but at the end of the day, very little output. He needs to work on that. He is a striker after all. Or if he's not a striker, he needs to decide. Do you want to play wings or you want to play SS? Decide and then just stick to it. But as a striker, no for me. Even on the wings, even when he cut in inside, instead of him to have taken the shots, he was doing prime Ronaldinho. Come on. So 7 for Gabriel Jesus. But he had a good game all the same. He was the only one occupying their defense. So kudos to him. Then for our warrior, Kai Havertz, kudos to you, boy. You're amazing. He's a fighter. He didn't really get enough chance, right? I mean, no clear-cut chance for him to play. Facts. So I'm going to give him a 7. But he did well. But not too much because there was really nothing for him to work with. I'd give him a 7. Then for Saka, I'm tempted to give Saka a 6. He was awful. Falling everywhere. But of course he wasn't fit. But I'm just going to say it as it is. I'm going to give Saka a 6. I scrap that. I'm going to give Kiwa a 6 too because Kiwa was just as awful. Kiwa a 6. Then I'm going to give Saka a 6 as well because of course he didn't do anything and I'm glad he was taken off, but it was obvious he wasn't fit. I do hope he gets well. I hope he gets fit and in form in time for Bayern Munich. Please, Saka, star boy, do it for us, please. Then for the subs that came on, I'm going to give Trossard a 7. Even though I think he should have squared the chance he got, he missed that. I'll give him a 7. At least he brought in pace. He brought in push and drive in our attack. I'll give him a 7. Then for who else? Who else came in? Partey and Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is always G3 whenever he plays against Manchester City. Guy, what's up with you? You're brought in to come and replace a G3 Kiwo. You came to do the same thing. Though he settled in later, but there's something I've noticed about Tomiyasu. Whenever he returns from injury, it takes him time to get used to football again, to get used to himself, to get confidence. It takes him time. So I think that was what happened because it's his first game back from injury. I'm just going to give him a 6, an average 6, because I didn't really feel his impact. Though he grew into the game, but at the same time, it was too late for him to actually impact the game. Then for Partey also was just as bad as Jorginho. But I get it. He's coming back from a long layoff of long layoff injury. So of course, he needs time to catch his breath. He didn't do well, so I'm just going to give him a 7. It was just okay. Then Arteta, I'm going to give Arteta a 9 because he's turned these boys into a mental monstrous team. Like whenever we face any team, we're not scared of you. We don't scare who you are. We don't scare the pedigree you have. We are Arsenal and we have a chance against you. He's turned the mindset of this club around, and that's all on him. So thank you, Mr. Arteta. Thank you. A 9 for my manager. Then for the ref, for the first time in a very long time, I was very pleased with Anthony Taylor. Kudos to you, man. You did well. This is one game that I'm really happy because let's be realistic. We had about, in that first half, we could have easily gotten 3 body yellow cards. 1 for Kiwo, yeah? 1 for Kiwo, 1 for Gabriel Jesus, and then the other one for who? Who is the third person? I think Declan Rice or so. We easily could have gotten 3 yellow cards. Well, I liked how he just allowed the game to flow naturally. Like all the diving, the running about, the falling, he didn't pay attention to it. So kudos to Anthony Taylor. You did well. I don't think you called anything off or called anything wrong. So I'm just going to give Anthony Taylor an 8. That is the first. That's the first time I would ever give a ref that's how you score. So 8 to Anthony Taylor. So guys, tell me, what do you think? Do you agree with my rating? If you don't, please drop your piece on the comment section. I'm just really happy. I'm psyched that we didn't lose. Yeah, I would have loved for us to win, but I'm going to take my draw and I would run away with it. Alright, 4 points against Manchester City. That is no small feat. Kudos to you guys. Kudos to the Gunners, the Arsenal. God bless you all. I'm really grateful. Thank you for making us believe again. Thank you for making us feel confident whenever we want to play a game. No more fear, no more worry. We're confident that we can't take anybody on. So that's all on you guys. God bless you all. Now, let's do the same thing against Bayern Munich. I know you will. I trust you guys. We are winning that game. That's for sure. Lock it in. Don't play. Don't play. According to that man, do not play. Are you going to learn? Lock it in. And then just by the side, I'm happy and I'm glad that Very Dark Man is back from the prison. Let justice reign in Nigeria, please. There should be justice, and this hypocrisy needs to stop. It needs to stop. So, welcome back, Very Dark Man. Just be mindful and be careful of what you say. Nigeria ain't worth dying for. Right, guys? Alright, if you like my video, please subscribe. Thumbs up button, don't forget to tap that. And then like, share, come back for more. See you when we win the league and the UCL. Come on, you Gunners. Peace out.